Hi everyone, I'm Sam Stevens, owner of Oatmeals in New York City, the world's first oatmeal bar. It can be challenging for professional women like myself to find a work-life balance. Jessica from Stella Dot was determined to make that happen. And she did, but not just for herself, also for everyone who works for her.
I grew up in Arizona. As a kid, I was the one with the lemonade stand. I always had an entrepreneurial streak. I co-founded the company that became WeddingChannel.com when I was 24 years old. I had no idea what I was doing. I got a fast track, an accelerated course in learning how to do everything from product management, technology, people management. When I was at Wedding Channel, we were fortunate enough to be featured on Oprah. It was about following your passion to find your fortune. And all these women reached out to me, and when they asked for advice, I realized I really didn't have a very practical answer. But those seeds were planted for wanting to have an answer to that question. In 1999, I got married, so my attention turned from my career to starting our family. I did take another role at that time, so I was working in corporate America as a leader in a technology company. That experience was invaluable. It was also easier on the schedule than being an entrepreneur was, so it gave me time to be pregnant and enjoy it, but at the same time, my soul was a little bit asleep. I wasn't passionate about the product I was working on. I loved the company, I loved the people, but at the end of the day, it just wasn't for me. And even though it was flexible, I was still subject to other people's schedule. All the while that I worked at that technology company, I was working nights and weekends on the concept of reinventing the flexible home-based business platform for the modern woman. I started making jewelry in my living room. I was talking to friends about how I wanted to do this so that more people could work flexibly out of their homes, and people thought I was nuts. I thought I was nuts. I was looking at an industry that I knew nothing about, yet I did know this. I didn't want to be doing what I was doing in my corporate career, so I wasn't afraid of failing at the concept that became Stella Dot. I was afraid of failing because I never tried to do something different. I started Stella Dot out of my living room in 2004. We're so much more than an accessories company. It's a company inspired by and created for strong women, and we wanted to honor that in the name. So Stella is the name of my grandmother, and Dot is the name of our Chief Creative Officer's grandmother. That generation of women, they sailed across the ocean, they got the vote, they went to work when their country went to war. They show us how strong women really are. I firmly believe that working inside the home makes for phenomenal role models, in addition to being just the nurturing mother. I work a lot from home, and I can tell you, my 8-year-old and 10-year-old, they understand goal setting. They understand that you work for something, that money doesn't grow on trees. Stella Dot is the most gratifying career I've ever had because you can feel the impact. We measure our success based on the success of all of our independent stylists. They're really the people that have created this company. It is a people business that's about giving women the means to style their own lives. Sometimes people ask me if I ever dreamed that Stella Dot would come this far, and I laugh because I think to myself, we're not even close to what I've dreamed up for Stella Dot. Over the next decade, Stella Dot will evolve to be the best social selling company in the world. I think if we give people the ability to define their own version of success, their own personal happiness, then we're doing something right, and that fills our cup.